Thank you for joining the Top Keys. My name is Patel. I have a good friend with us today, former chairman CK Patel.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
So CK, you're from Atlanta. How did you get started in our industry? How did you get started in the hotel business? And how did you get started in AHOA?
Oh, it's a long story. I was in Dallas, Texas, working in the oil industry.
Wow.
As an engineer back in '81 when the oil industry went down.
Right.
I told my boss that I want to quit my job, right, and go explore the possibilities of getting in the business.
Right.
So at that time I was working, helping my friend out part-time, driving a shuttle from Love Field Airport to his hotel.
Wow, in Dallas.
After the work in Dallas, right? So I started learning the hotel business a little bit, and our company had about 700 employees at that time where I was working. They laid off about half of them.
Wow, this is an oil and gas company.
Oil and gas company. So I knew that my turn is coming now because there was no work.
Right.
There was no work. But at the same time, there was an engineering expo here in Knoxville, Tennessee. So I told my boss that my wife has just come from India. So I told my boss I want to go to Knoxville to see what are the innovations going on in the
Was that when the
industry.
World's Fair was happening? 1982 World's Fair?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was there. Go ahead.
Yeah. So that's where I went and to see all the thing, what's going on, the new innovations and stuff like that. And I was driving down on 441.
Right.
And I was staying at the hotel. Wanted to stay in a hotel on 85 somewhere.
Right.
So from Blue Ridge Mountains, I called a friend of mine in Lubbock, Texas, that I'm just taking 441 going to 85. And I said, okay, I know a gentleman who owns a hotel on 85 and 441 crossing. Name is Dollar Wise Inn. Why don't you go stay there?
Right.
And they might want to sell the hotel too. All right. So I stayed there.
And this is before cell phones, so you had to pull over.
Yeah, from the payphone I had to call. So I called him up and went there and stayed there. And his name was Vallabhbhai Bhakta. He was from Zambia. He was hitting the retirement age and all those things. He wanted to sell it. So we made a deal there, and I went back to Dallas and told my boss that I want to leave my job and go to the hotel industry. My brother was going to come from England.
Right.
So me and my boss were very close because whenever he gave me overtime, I worked. Right. And if he gave me 15 hours to finish the job, I was finishing in 10 hours, right? So he loved me. He said, no, CK, you are not going.
Right.
Your brother is coming from England. So as soon as he comes, you give him the business and you come back to work.
Wow.
Right? So he gave me 6 months leave of absence.
Wow. That's a lot back then.
Yeah. So he said, I'll give you 6 months leave of absence. You come back in 6 months. So I called him back again after 6 months. I said, Mr. Baloo, I'm not coming back. You know, my brother is not here yet. And how many more months you need?
Oh, wow.
So I said, look, do one thing. I said, there might be somebody who really needs a job there. I already have a job. I'm working in my own hotel right now. So why don't you just keep somebody who really needs a job and let me go?
Right.
So that's the time he let me go. And he said, okay, okay,
all right.
I'll relieve you. So he said, you are not quitting. You are not resigning. I'm going to give you a layoff.
Okay.
You work so hard.
Right.
I want you to collect some money from what you have paid.
Wow.
Which I never did.
Right.
But that's what he did.
Right. It's nice of him to say that.
Right. Yeah. It was nice of him to say that. And but I never collected any money because I was doing good. And then my brother came and his family came and we grew from there.
So how'd you end up in Georgia and why'd you run for AHOA?
So Georgia, that's where I was. And I think the community service runs in our family. My grandfather was a freedom fighter. He fought for the freedom of India against British along with Gandhi.
Right.
And a lot
and this
of
is in Gujarat,
there.
the British Raj.
British Raj time and everything. And his philosophy was from childhood, we grew up with them. Because I was raised by my mother only. When I was 6 years old, my mother took us all to, we lived in Africa.
Sure.
I was born in Kenya,
right,
Nairobi. So my eldest sister came in the 10th grade. I was only 6 years old.
Right.
And there was no further education in Africa. So either you go to England or you go to India.
Right.
My father was a working class person. He didn't have money to send us to England.
Right.
So my mother took all 5 of us to India.
Wow.
For education purpose. And they built a house in Anand,
Right.
across from the Amul dairy.
Sure.
So we lived there, and my mother was diagnosed with cancer back in '73. We asked her to join father in Africa, and she wouldn't go. He said, "No, everybody graduated. You are the last one. You still have 2 more years to go."
Right.
Right? So until you graduate, I'm not going back.
Right.
Right. So we convinced her to go back, and I said, "I'll finish my graduation and all
Sure.
those things."
Sure.
So I finished that, and then they came here and lived with me for many years also.
Right.
So the community service and serving family came in the blood.
Sure.
Right. Learning what had happened in the
Right.
family.
Giving back to the community, public service.
Giving back to the community and take care of your family.
Right.
Right. That I learned from my parents, and giving back to the community, learned from the grandfather.
Sure.
Right? So that was always kind of inset in the mind. It was always there, and that's how, when AHOA's first meeting started, Mike Levin invited a few of us. At that time, I did own a Days Inn, and
This was like 89, 90, in that range?
yeah. I owned a Days Inn, and I had bought it in '86. And Mike Levin at that time, he had some issue with the inspectors.
Sure.
At that time, they were just failing you for no reason, right? So I went to Mike Levin. His office was in Atlanta back then.
Right.
So I went to him and talked to him, and I said, "Look, the property is up to date, right? Somehow this inspector keeps on failing. Why didn't you send me somebody else
Right.
to inspect it, right?
Sure.
It's the
Reasonable.
thing that I'm like."
Right.
So he sent another inspector, and he said, "Oh, everything is fine. He's above average,
Right.
with everything." So I just had a talk with Mike Levin last year, and he still remembered that.
Wow.
He still remembered that, right? That incident.
Yeah, it's like 40, 50 years
Yeah.
ago. Wow.
So when they had the first meeting to start form AHOA, I
Sure.
was there. I was invited for that meeting.
Right.
So I was there, HP Rama. There's a gentleman named Sunny, I forgot his last name. He was from Knoxville, Tennessee, Ravi Patel. There were quite a few guys
Sure.
who owned the Days Inn at
This
that
was the
time.
lobby of the Days Inn or the meeting
Yeah,
against
they used to own the Swiss Hotel in Buckhead.
Oh, okay.
That's where the first meeting was.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's where it started from.
Sure, sure.
And that's kind of, but I was young at that time. You still had to work
Sure.
with the family, had to take care of the family and everything.
Right.
So I have been involved in AHOA ever since the inception.
Wow.
But then in 2000, I said, okay, I've done enough now.
Sure.
So let me just go back and serve the community. So before I joined AHOA, I started actually a bank. It's Southeast. It was the first Indian-owned bank called Quantum National Bank. We started back in '96,
Right.
and
Right before the Olympics.
right at the Olympics times. Yeah. So that's the time we started national charter there, and we started helping all our community people who had SBA loans.
Right.
So when they're what do you call it?
504, 7A.
Yes, all those kind of loans. We are doing those too, and the people who already had SBA were established and stuff like that, and they wanted to do another project, so we converted those into the regular loans,
right.
Conventional loans, and after their what they call it, penalty
Sure.
time expires.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So we converted that into the conventional, gave them another SP and stuff like that. So it was helping community that way also. And then
then
2000, I decided to run for the office.
Was that in Charlotte or where was that? What was your first AHOA
That was
convention?
actually in Atlanta.
Atlanta.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So that convention was in Atlanta, and I always ran as director at large.
Ah.
Right, I never ran
So the
as
whole country kind of thing.
Right. Because my whole job was to serve the community nationwide,
Sure.
right? And that's why when we started the bank, we started a national charter, so
Sure.
we can open the bank
Anywhere.
all around in the United States. So the vision was there that I want to give back to the community, and that's how I started in AHOA 2000. And very first assignment I was given to empower the membership,
Right.
right, through CHO,
Oh, yeah.
right? So
Certified
the
hotel.
Bugsy Patel was the chairman at that time, and he gave me a chairmanship of the the education committee.
Right.
Right. So that's where we started revamping the CHO program.
Okay.
And stuff like that.
CHO, Certified Hotel Operator.
Certified hotel operator. Right. So that's where I started from.
So as an officer, as a chairman, what are some of the things what are the challenges you face? What were some of the successes?
Oh, there are a lot of challenges. You know how you have been a chairman of AHOA, right? It's a lot of challenges. During my chairmanship, the biggest thing was the economy.
Right.
A lot of banks were foreclosing on the hotels.
This was 07, 08, 09?
9 and 10.
9 and 10.
Right. So the biggest challenge was when I became a chairman, was that. AHOA was also kind of losing a lot of revenue because the vendors were not supporting enough and all those things. So at that time, I started a vendors program with AHOA to help the vendors and the community both, but they can buy bulk. So I started that program during my chairmanship. The technology was moving up, right? So like Expedias and stuff like that. So I introduced mybesthotelrate.com, AHOA's own online booking platform. Also was very involved in other industries, association like a food industry. So I was involved in an association called American Association of Franchisees and Dealers.
Right.
So that's where we deal with all these McDonald's franchisee, Burger King, see what issues they have.
Right.
And we were able to roll out their Bill of Rights program.
Oh yeah, California AAFD.
Yeah. So Bill of Rights was introduced. Laura Lee Blake was a good part of it.
Sure.
To draft the programs and stuff like that. From there, we started another association called CFA.
Right.
Which is
Coalition of
Franchisee Association.
Right.
We did the same thing there also. We tried to change AHOA's 12, not change the name to Bill of Rights instead of 12 points. So I think finally we changed it to AHOA's 12 points Bill of Rights or something like that.
Sure.
Because when you go to Washington, D.C., when you say AHOA's 12 point, what is that?
Right.
They wouldn't understand, right? But if you said AHOA's Bill of Rights for franchising, then the politicians understood that was the whole motive behind it.
Right.
But for some reason, the board was not ready to
and that's when AHOA advocacy first started getting going.
Yeah, that's the time AHOA started getting actively involved in legislative actions and stuff like that. So we did a lot of things to empower the membership for the growth and success of the association.
Right.
These are the things that needed to be done.
Sure.
Right. We had a succession planning done also by Ramesh Gokul, and Tarun Kapoor was the mentor at
Kapoor and Associates. Yeah.
Kapoor and Associates, right. So strategic planning was developed during my tenure with AHOA. Actually, I served AHOA for 14 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
That might be a world record.
Yeah, so each 3 years I had to run for the election.
All
right. So
you must have ran 3 times.
And my thing was that I don't want to buy anybody beer or drink.
Sure.
To get elected. I want to run on my merit. Right. So win or lose didn't make any difference for me, right?
Sure.
Because the heart is clean, right? You're running on your merit.
Right.
If people want you to work for them, they'll elect you.
Right.
As simple as that.
Right.
And people were seeing that what CK is doing is right.
Sure.
Right. I also introduced in those years when I was the chairman. First of all, we introduced 101,000 room nights drive.
Right.
For the deployed soldiers when they come back, we can give them free room night. And then that program was done away. So when I became a chairman, I started another program called Salute to Soldiers.
Right.
And which was recognized by President Bush Sr. And the USO. So it went very well. So we did a community service also to serve the community here in USA along with our community, right? Because you have to be part of the fabric where you live in, right? So you have to do something where you live in too, right?
Sure.
So that's the program we had rolled out. And actually I met one of the military men. I'm renting one of my building to VA for that clinic.
Right.
So that's where I met one of the soldier there. And I talked to him about it and said, yeah, I remember that program. I used one room
Wow.
voucher.
Right.
He said USO gave me the voucher,
Right.
and he said I was able to get my family and stayed there. So,
Nice.
so it was very well recognized program and everything. So. I tried to do my best, what I couldn't do, and
Right.
I think all the other chairmen also did what they could do.
So what's your hopes, dreams, aspirations for the future of AHOA?
Future of AHOA, look, when you start something, it has grown tremendously, right? It has some hiccups.
Sure.
Every business, when you grow too fast, you have hiccups, right? Technology changes. New generation has come in, right? So the mindset has changed.
Yep.
Before it was all community service. Now business and it's a mixture, all right? The second generation here, I don't want to put them down, but it's just a mindset, right? They have not lived in India. They have not seen the hardship, right?
They didn't face the same challenges, didn't face the same hardships.
They are not facing the same challenges what we have faced, right? So their mindset is different. Their mindset is on the growth with the technologies and stuff like that. So AHOA needs to revamp their CHO program to accommodate all those things, right?
Sure.
What we are seeing here, all these different events, like hospitality trade shows or the lodging conference and everything, they have different seminars. Just learn from there and try to offer that here also.
Right. So one of the main pillars is, like you said, advocacy, but also professional development, education. And that was the hallmark for some of the things you do. Right.
And at the same time, you want to make sure that you don't miss out on the independent hotel owners.
Right.
Because AHOA was started on that basis.
Why was it created? Yeah.
Right. It was created because of that, to serve the community, or who is not able to get the help from anybody.
Right.
All right. Big guys, they don't need help anymore.
Right.
All right. But the smaller guys still do need help.
Right.
And there are so many smaller guys still there.
The people that own one or two properties and they're trying to grow.
Yeah.
Right.
So we need to kind of keep it in a balance also.
If anybody wants to get in touch with you, how would they get in touch with you?
I live in Atlanta. My profile is on ahoa.com as a chairman of 2010-11. I can give you my cell number also. It's open. I have been giving it out since cell phone came in the market. And I have same number, 678-898-4344. Call me anytime. And whatever I can help you with, I will.
CK Bye, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for joining us. Hope you'll come around again.
Sure. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for joining the Top Keys.